Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to today's episode. I've just been sitting here watching something which made me think of a couple of things. And one of the questions that I thought that I would discuss today is, what if I get hurt? And it was a topic that just kept coming up over and over again in something that I was just watching. So I was watching an episode, God help me, of The Bachelorette, and it was interesting because she's at the last four guys. I'm not surprised with who they are, but what kept coming up was about, being vulnerable and being hurt. Now, this happens not only when you're dating, but this will also happen, just even in a friendship scenario, in a work scenario. It keeps coming up and up again. So what we find is that a lot of the time, because we've got such a fear of getting hurt, we shut down, okay, or we push away. And that's something that I've been guilty of many times. And I'm still working on this. This is something that you have to work on every day. And because most of it, when it comes to, let's just say, relationships and dating, it's not about just what if I get hurt. It's, I have to be vulnerable and then I might get hurt, or I'm going to be vulnerable and then I'm going to be rejected. So I want to put a spin on this, and I want you guys to have a think about the word rejection. What is rejection? Okay? Because if you value somebody else's opinion higher than the opinion of your own opinion of you, then that's how rejection happens. So let me say that again. Rejection is when you value somebody else's opinion higher than the opinion that you have of yourself. That's a problem in its own right. So this is really how it all works. You need to think about what is rejection, because once you sit there going, well, hang on a minute, how is it that I can possibly value somebody else's opinion higher than my own about me? Then that rejection disappears, that fear disappears. Okay, so you sit there and you go, oh, but if I go out and I start dating, someone and, I let them in. Let them in's another one. Again, it's, am I going to get hurt? And that fear of rejection is what really comes up. So rejection comes down to your values about you and your opinions about you. So why are we putting other people's values or their opinions and about you and their values higher than you put on your own, which is ridiculous. So the question I want to ask you when it comes to, say, dating or within your relationships that you have, okay, what is a story that you tell yourself? So let's just say, for example, we're going to talk about you're going to go out there and you're going to go dating, and we're a little bit scared to let anyone come close, okay? So when we do this with dating, we're going to do a couple little things. We're going to literally just make sure that we never have a real relationship. So we call it pump and dump. So you basically end up just having sex with someone and walking away. And that's a great way to not get hurt. And it's a great way to not have rejection. Then you've got, questioning yourself, going, am I always the dumper or the dumpee, okay? And you'll find that when you have that, fear of getting hurt and being vulnerable, that you're more than likely going to be the one that always dumps. So you're the one that's going to push people away. Because when we push people away, we're protecting ourselves from being hurt. We also close down because we don't want to be vulnerable. And if we're vulnerable and I let them in, maybe, just maybe, they might hurt me. So again, every single thing that's happening is coming back to this rejection part. So I want you to ask yourself, when you're going out there, and say we're in the dating spectrum, and ask yourself, what is your dating story? What do you really want to get out of dating? Because you need to understand that everything that you're experiencing is happens for a reason, okay? The people you bump into happens for a reason. Thinking that every single person you're going to be with is the one is complete freaking madness, because dating is a stepping stone. It's about evolving who you are, because with every time you date someone, okay, you can, and if you go in there with an open mind, you'll pick up these little things about yourself, because everything's a mirror. And when we do that, we find that we can then grow. And if you're not growing, you're dead. So remember that. So this is dating and putting yourself out there, and even putting yourself out there to get hurt is all about growth. So if you really want to grow and you really want to think about the whole, what if I get hurt question that you're asking yourself, ask yourself, what is your story? Okay? And then look at the fact that rejection is about you putting somebody else's opinion and value higher than how you value yourself. Okay, which is a big no-no. Takes a lot. Don't think this is going to be overnight. It's up to you. It can. You can literally listen to this and go, oh yeah, and completely change your story and get rid of this whole vulnerability and fear of rejection, which equals, am I going to get hurt? You can stop that right now. Or you can decide to keep going on the path that you're on, but be conscious. This is about being conscious. So I pick myself up and I screw up all the time, guys, okay? I'm not this freaking walking miracle, but I'm still out there and I'm learning to open up and open my heart space and be more vulnerable and let someone in, because I do understand the power of vulnerability. Because once you literally own it and you tell it to piss off, let me tell you, it doesn't exist anymore. So I'm very aware. So every time I'm saying and doing something and I'm doing my knee-jerk reaction, which is to push away, because that's how I do it, that's my dating story, is to push somebody away because I'm scared of being hurt or rejection. So it's easier to push away. Then what you're going to notice, I'm picking myself up and I'm like, damn, I did it again. Okay. So now I'm at a stage of being fully conscious and fully aware of my actions and my words. So then I'm trying to backstep a little and go, all right, okay, I did this. I'm now aware of it. Let's try and do this differently next time. So what I want you to understand is, when it comes to getting hurt, when it comes to vulnerability, when it comes to rejection, all of them are interconnected to what is your story. So what is your relationship story? What is your dating story? That story will mold where you go within either your current relationship or the relationship that you're going to have. That story that you have will also mold your friendships. So if you go into friendships going, people let me down, guess what? Bum, bum, people are going to let you down, okay? So work out what your story is, and remember to value your opinion about you higher than what other people's are about you, and rejection will never exist anymore, and then you can't get hurt. Okay, so that's a quick little lesson for today. All I want you to do is have a listen, have a think about what I'm saying, and see if you can make yourself a little bit more conscious when you're doing these actions. Don't kick yourself, just go, aha, have those aha moments and go, all right, how can I do this better next time? That's all that you need to do. So until the next episode, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.